Hello everyone. We will be starting with a new series of linear differential equations. Let us start and make this complementary function easy. Okay, what is the linear differential equation? So linear differential equation with constant coefficient is something like this: d to the power n y upon dx to the power n. Sometimes it is also been given in some books as a to the power a0 as well. It's so a1 d to the power n minus 1 y and so on. So this is nothing but the linear differential equation with constant coefficients. One more thing, why it's been called as linear? Because if you'll observe, it's d to the power n y upon dx to the power n. That means the power of this is 1 unit. Similarly, if you'll observe, the power of this is also 1 unit and so on. That means all the differential terms over here, they are of unit power. Okay, let us go and introduce with this differential operator. It's d is equals to d upon dx, which is nothing but d square is same as d square upon dx square and so on. So if at all I have a different variable here, automatically my d will change from some other variable. But right now, throughout this, we will be considering capital D as d upon dx. So this is nothing but if I wanted to do it, operate it on y, it will give me dy upon dx is nothing but dy. So this is also one of the notation to go ahead with. Then this equation, linear differential equation with constant coefficient, can be written as dny plus a1 dn minus 1 y and so on is equals to x. Now, out of this is also can be written as f of dy equals to x. What do you mean by f of d? F of d is nothing but the function of d. Function of d. So whatever we are looking at here, this is nothing but dn minus 1, dn minus 2, and so on, dn and so on. So these are nothing but the functions of d. So we are defining a one function which is enclosed with the d over here. So now whenever I'm saying it's f of d equals to 0, that means I'm forming an equation. Normally it's f of d is equals f of d is known as a polynomial, and if I'm equating it with the 0, it becomes an equation, and this equation is known as auxiliary equation. So auxiliary equation f of d equals to 0. If I will go and find out the equation, the solution of this particular equation, I'm going to get the complementary function. So this is what we are talking here in today's session. That is, we are talking about the complementary function. So we have got the differential equation, we have formed f of d into y is equals to x. Then out of that, we have just considered f of d equals to 0, and the solution of this will give me the complementary function. Now, if I will go with this f of d into y is equals to x, then the solution of this will give me particular integral. And this complementary function and particular integral together will give me the solution of this linear differential equation. And this has been given to you as complementary function CF plus particular integral pi. So most of the time we'll be using the abbreviation as CF for complementary function, particular integral as pi. And this is known as complete solution. This is also known as a general solution as well. Let us go and see with this rule, what are the rules here? So if I will have a root of auxiliary equation, if I have a root as the two real numbers alpha 1 and alpha 2, then the complementary function can be written it as c1 e to the power alpha 1x plus c2 e to the power alpha 2x. If I have a 2 and equal roots, like for example, I have got this alpha and the alpha is getting repeated, at that time the complementary function can be written as c1 plus c2 times x e to the power alpha x. If one pair of complex root is present, you know that if the equation or the solution of the particular equation is x plus iy, then x minus iy is also a root of that. That means the complex number and the conjugate will always come together. If the root is x plus iy, x minus iy will also be a root of this equation and vice versa. So one pair of complex numbers, so always we are taking the pair of the complex number. It will not come just alpha plus I beta or just alpha minus I beta. Whenever it will come as a root, it will come as together. What is it? It is e to the power alpha x, c1 cos of beta x plus c2 sine of beta x. We'll be just working all these things with the detailed examples. Two pairs of equal complex roots. So that means what? Alpha plus I beta, if it is repeated 2 times. That means alpha plus or minus I beta repeated 2 times, or otherwise I can say alpha plus I beta, comma alpha minus I beta, comma alpha plus I beta, comma alpha minus I beta. If these are the pairs, then I will be having the equation, this complementary function as e to the power alpha x bracket c1 plus c2x cos of beta x plus c3 plus c4 x sine of beta x. So if you observe this here, I have got this equation or this complementary function for one pair, and for the two pairs, what is the change? So it's a combination of first this fourth formula is nothing but the combination of the third and the second. So what is the second? It's repeated roots. Repeated roots, what do you have? I have c1 plus c2x, right? So here also I have to write down c1 plus c2x, but as it is a complex root, this instead of this e to the power alpha x, I'll be having it cos of beta x into e to the power alpha x. Similarly, the other one. Now in these four rules, you can observe one thing very well. If I have got real roots alpha, beta, alpha 1 and alpha 2, that means how many roots I have? I have got 2 roots. So I'll be getting here 1 c1 and this is c2. That means I'm getting here 2 constants. Similarly, if I have got 2 real roots, that means again number of roots are 2. I have got c1 and c2, right? Here it's a pair of complex number. That means in short, I got how many number of the roots I have? I have got 2 roots, alpha plus I beta and alpha minus I beta. How many constants I have? C1 and C2. So I have to understand that here in this fourth example, I have got 1, 2, 3 and 4 roots, and therefore I have got it here C1, C2, C3 and C4. So number of constants is equals to number of roots. So you have to understand this very well. Whenever how many number of roots I'm getting, those many number of constants I need to introduce for. Okay, let us go for examples. If I have got solve, purposely I have not taken the particular because I'm restricting this video only for the complementary function. So if I have got d square minus 3t minus 4 into y is equals to 0, what is the auxiliary equation? Auxiliary equation means this d square minus 3d minus 4 equals to 0. That means it's nothing but in the formation of the roots, it's d minus 4 into d plus 1, which is equals to d equals to 4 and minus 1. That means we have got 2 roots here because I have got a quadratic equation here. It's a d square. That means I'm going to get it here 2 roots. And if I have got a 2 roots, both of them are real. By the first, in the previous slide, c1 e to the power 4x plus c2 e to the power minus x, right? So we have got this as CF. So this is a CF, right? Right now CF, but because I have taken the equation as solve is equals to 0, this is nothing but a complete solution or a general solution of this for this particular example, because my this equals to this x is 0 over here. Similarly, if I'll consider d cube minus 8 into y is equals to 0, auxiliary equation becomes this. And if I'll just put it in the roots here, so I'm getting the root d equals to 2 and d as minus 1 plus or minus I square root of 3. And this is what is the CF, or you can say in the present case, it's a complete or a general solution. Now look at this. D equals to 2, it's a real root. Therefore, the combination is C1 e to the power 2x. So this complementary function is related to this 2 here, right? Now I have to write down the complementary function for this pair of this complex roots here. So what is this? Minus 1 plus or minus I square root of 3. So if I'll compare this with the previous slide, what is alpha here? Alpha is equals to minus 1, right? And what is beta over here? Beta is square root of 3. Square root of 3 here. So accordingly, e to the power alpha x, that is e to the power minus x, and c2 cos of beta x, that is c2 cos of root 3x plus c3 sine of root 3x. It's so easy. It's very simple to understand. Just you have to have the connection between the formula and the example. You have to identify what is your alpha, what is the beta, what is alpha 1, what is alpha 2, and so on. Let us take a random examples now. I'm not giving you this equation, but if I have got this kind of pair, or if I have got my d's, the roots as minus 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 3, that means how many roots I have? I have got 4 roots. So I should have 4 constants here. Now look at the root 1. First root is -1. So it's a very, it's not repeated anywhere. So it's C1 e to the power minus x. You can write down -1x or -x, doesn't matter. Plus second root, it is 2. Again, it is not repeated and it is real also. So it's C2 e to the power 2x plus, now look at this here. They are repeated. So it's a root is 3, but it is repeated 2 times. So if it is getting repeated 2 times, I have to introduce there 2 roots. So it's C3 plus C4x e to the power 3x, right? Now let us assume here one more case, that if I'm getting this 3 root one more time, so what will be my this solution? Solution will be along with this C3 plus C4x plus one more constant will come here, that is C5 x square, and then outside this bracket, so along with this 2, the third term will also come, will get introduced here, because my number of roots becomes here 5. So fifth constant will come into the picture, C5 x to the power 2, because it's 1, it's x, and then x square. If we have got a fourth root also, it will be 1 x, x cube, x to the power 4, and so on, and this e to the power 3x will remain the same. This is what is we have to understand. Number of roots and number of constants in the CF have to be equal. Let us assume, and this roots we have got -1 plus or minus 4i, -1 plus or minus 4i, and plus or minus 2i. How many roots we have got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have got here 6 roots. Out of this is a complex root, not repeated any times, not repeated it, right? And similarly, if you'll observe here, -1 plus or minus 4i, this pair of this pair is been repeated 2 times. So what will be my this equation? CF will be written as, if you'll observe, this is alpha in this pair, in this, I'm talking about this 4 numbers here, alpha is -1, right? And beta is 4 in this particular example, right? So if it is alpha is -1 and beta is 4, let me just alpha -1 and beta as 4 in this pair. So if it is so, I need to assume here it's e to the power -x, and as it is repeated 2 times, it's C1 plus C2x, right? Right? Into cos of 4x. Cos of 4x is my cos of beta x, plus C3 plus C4x into sine of beta x, that is sine of 4x. And here is e to the power alpha x. Alpha is -1 here. And how many times we have got? 1, 2, 3, 4 roots. So one C1, C2, C3, and C4 got introduced for this particular pair here, right? And similarly, this plus or minus 2i, if you'll observe this here, in this here, what is alpha? Alpha is equals to 0 here, right? And beta is 2. Beta is 2. If alpha is 0, beta is 2. If you'll observe this, this is e to the power 0x. Or otherwise, you can just write down e to the power 0. Or otherwise, it's not. Let it be. You can write down this as 1 also. No need to even write down this. Just for the understanding purpose, I have kept it here. So e to the power 0x, you can just replace it at 1 also. Into C5 cos of 2x, because my beta is over here 2, plus C6 sine of 2x. So this is what is, in this way, you need to introduce your CF. Now, whenever we are having a linear differential equation, we'll be having it of the kind f of d into y is equals to x. Now, here we have assumed in this particular session, I just wanted to make you introduce with the complementary function. I have assumed capital X is 0 in the present case, but it is not the case always. We'll be dealing with this capital X with some other function of X. So at that time, we will be having some rules. It's known as the rules for particular integral. And we'll be dealing with this type of examples or with this type of rules in the further session. So I think you have understood this. Thank you. Happy learning.